Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Siri here again, and we are back with another video. Thank you so much. If you're a returning subscriber, I can't stop saying thank you. Please do tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that we do great content here. They should check out our channel, like videos, share, comment, and of course subscribe. Now, in today's video, we'll be discussing toys and items you would use for your kids' development. Different toys that you can buy for your kids. I generalize it as toys, but it could be so many things that you can use for your kids to help in their development. The very first one on our list are sound making toys. Yes, these are toys that generate some form of sound. It could be a rattle, it could be anything. Like I will attach so many options of like toys that make sound. Why is this important for your kids? One very important sense you want to develop in your kids is their sense of hearing. Yes, they've done a hearing test in the hospital and that's fine. However, you have to help them. Also, you continuously assess your child till they grow to a certain stage to be sure, are they hearing in the left, are they hearing in their right, how do they react to sound. All those things will help you tell how well your kid is developing or are developing. So sound making toys, it calls their attention. So when you give, and it's not even from like an old age, like kids of a couple weeks old kids, you give them sound making toys. Even if they're not the ones holding it, you make the sound for them. Also use your own voice to make sounds, talk to them, call their name. Just sounds are very important for your kids. So yeah, sorry, I know I said sound, but at the early stage, keep it as simple as possible. You don't want to overcrowd them with like so much information, because all of this is going to their brain as information. Their brain now starts understanding that they need to digest sound in this way, understand sound in that way. So if you start with very complex sounds immediately with like very loud noises and all of this, it won't help your kid. You start stage by stage, obviously talking to them, especially when they're still in your tummy. Talk to them, read to them, so many things. When they are born, you start making little sounds here and there, then you start using little toys, not abrasive or like harsh sounds. The next type of toys are the ones that bring attention of their eyes, their eyesight. These are usually toys that are very colorful in nature. Parents like me that like neutral colors, just muted tones, you can't do that for your kids. I'm already an adult, I've developed, I can choose what I like. But for kids, it's important that you bring them in contact with different colors, especially their primary colors. That is a whole another topic. I can write some of them down, I can attach pictures here and there, but like it's so important because it helps them digest colors. Like at an early stage, they get to know, oh, this is red, this is blue, this is green, this is yellow. They may not say it out the way you expect a child to say it, but they see it and it attracts them and they want to go close to it. They want, like, it calls their attention. So yeah, colorful toys. Another type of toy that is important for your kids, and we're talking of babies especially, are toys that they can grab. Toys that are small enough for them to hold in the tiny little hands. And this is also a very important development milestone for them, being able to grab a toy, being able to pass it from one hand to the other and stuff like that. So you would want to purchase toys. There's some toys that are shaped in a way that the baby can grab it. I will attach some pictures, like I said, the way that the baby can easily grab it, that when they start having a grasp of these items, they can hold it in their little hand. Unlike toys that have like an awkward shape that would be very difficult for the child to hold. Like I said, I'll attach pictures. As they grow, another important aspect you should incorporate in your child's life is music. Yes, music. They need toys that sing. You yourself, you are a music machine, in case you didn't know. Sing for your baby. It doesn't matter if you don't have a great singing voice. I don't have a great singing voice, but I sing for my daughter all the time. Like, sing for your baby. Why? Because if you look at like research that like people into parent education have done, music plays a very important role in developing your child's senses of emotional response and all of that. So music is very important for your kids. Some people even like have it like a music machine with a very low volume or low sound that they play in their kids' room throughout the night. It's really good. You may not even need to buy it. You can actually just play it on your phone or on a tablet, a kid's toy, whatever you decide to do. But music is very important. Another very important item is a playmat. Yes, a playmat is essential. There's so many variations of playmat. Are they the big ones? Is it the small ones? Is it the playground in itself? There's so many versions of playground too. So, but whichever one you want to invest in, it's great. Especially when your kid gets to a point where they need to start doing more of tummy time. You can't put the kid directly on the floor. In Nigeria, especially, most of our houses are tiled, so it's cold floor, it's hard surface. You're not going to put a baby on it to do tummy time. And though you can use your bed for tummy time, most times our beds are too soft. It doesn't mimic the sense of actually being on the floor. But the play mat is like that right balance in between being on the floor but still being soft and plush enough for your kids. Also, even if you're abroad and you have like carpet around the house, most times it could be contaminated. The way you're hovering your carpet may not be good enough in terms of reducing all amount of bacteria for your kids. So you want to use that play mat, which after the kid has used, you fold back and keep, you clean very well, just to keep a very nice and sanitary environment for your baby. So yeah, play mats are very important. You see that when your baby is learning how to sit, it will play a huge role when they're trying to crawl, when they're learning how to walk. Just having that access like a soft surface, trust me, you will enjoy it. When they start rolling and all the different milestones that kids do, you will enjoy the fact that you had a play mat. Another very important toy are teething toys. Yes, your kids going to get to a point where they start teething and their gums will be scratching. If they don't have a teething toy, they will bite into anything they see. That could be you. Most times that could be anybody that carries them. And if you don't necessarily want a biting kid, you can give them a teething toy. There's so many different types of teething toys, most of them that can be attached to the kids' clothes so they don't like fall off and then the child is picking it up and putting it in their mouth again. So there's so many different variations. Your child, for them to get to a point where they're teething, meaning they've been able to grasp items and even pass it from left to hand or right to left, whatever. So yeah, a teething toy would be very, very appropriate at that stage. So do get one or a few of them. Another very, very important item are books. Yes, you may be wondering, is it not babies we're talking about? What are they doing with books? Books are so important. I actually started reading for my baby when I was still pregnant. It's important for you to read for them. If you look at like different child developing specialists or child developers, they will tell you start reading as early as pregnancy stage. They can hear you. The fact that they can't answer doesn't mean they can't hear you. So do you think when they're now born you now stop reading? No, it's good to get them books. You read them a story at night, and let's say you've used that book more than once and you're cool with giving it to the child, especially when they started grabbing stuff. Give them the book. Yes, they will tear it, they will shatter it. Yes, I have so many evidence in my room, in my house, of all the what do you call it, storybooks that my daughter has torn. But what is important is that you will see her grabbing the book. She understands that when I hold a book, I turn pages. It's crazy. She started doing that from like I think 3 or 4 months. Obviously, I'm always reading a lot of times, so she will also mimic the gestures she has seen, but she plays with a book in a different manner than she plays with other toys. It's completely different. Yeah, it introduces them to the idea of what holding a book feels like, what is the texture of books, like the texture of the material which books are made of and all those things. And trust me, you will never regret introducing your kids early to the idea of books, later on to the idea of reading. Thank me later. Last but not least, very controversial, is the baby walker. You can choose not to introduce a walker to your child, but you need something to help your child hold on to when they want to start walking. There are various types of walkers. They are the ones where you actually put your child inside. They are the ones where it literally just serves as like a holding agent. There's so many types I would attach. There's some that are actually 2-in-1, 3-in-1 that can do both, like the independent walking, the fully dependent, and like this mildly dependent walking. All of these are so important to helping your child walk. If you don't get them a walker, get ready, hold their hands and help them when they're starting to try to walk. But if you use a walker, you may realize that your kid has the understanding of how to move feet a bit earlier. We're not trying to rush kids, so whichever one works best for you. Yeah, these are like some of the very few toys or items I recommend parents to get for their kids, especially babies between the age of 0 months to 1 year. We still keep updating videos of like as the child keeps growing, what to use for like their developmental milestones. That was a mouthful. And yeah, I thank you so much for watching, and then I'll see you in my next one.